can't I wake up like everyone else? Why does my body forget me when I sleep?
Janet sat on the edge of her bed, looking down at the floor. How is this still happening to me? She asked quietly. From when I was young until now. She believed in love. She believed one day someone would care for her deeply, but every night reminded her of something she tried hard to forget. She slept. She dreamed. She woke up too early. She looked at the bed and felt her chest tighten again. The same morning, the same feeling. Why can't I wake up like everyone else? Why does my body forget me when I sleep? She moved fast and stayed quiet. She changed the shades before anyone else woke up. She cleaned carefully. She opened the window. By the time her friends stepped out of their rooms, everything looked normal. No one knew. At work, people were excited. We should go out together this weekend. We'll stay together and enjoy ourselves. Janet, you're coming, right? She smiled and nodded, but her heart felt heavy. How do I tell them I can't go? How do I explain that I don't feel safe sleeping around others? What will they think of me? That evening, she sat alone in her room. I want love, she said softly. I want a normal life. I want to rest without fear. She remembered being younger, the same mornings, the same rush to clean, the same promise she made to herself every night. Tomorrow will be better. But morning always came with worry. She lay down again. I'm tired, she whispered. Tired of pretending everything is okay. Sleep came. Morning came. She woke up and knew. She stayed still, staring at the ceiling. How long can I live like this? How can I be close to someone if I'm always hiding? Am I wrong or just afraid? She got up before everyone else. She fixed everything. She smiled later, but inside she felt something changing. For the first time, Janet asked herself, what if keeping this secret is hurting me more than the problem itself? Should Janet keep hiding or should she speak up? What would you do in her place? Janet sat on her bed, the apartment quiet. Her hands were still trembling from the morning routine. She had cleaned, folded, and hidden everything again, but the weight in her chest hadn't lifted. She looked at Amina's closed door across the hall. Maybe I can tell her. Maybe I don't have to carry this alone. She took a deep breath. Amina, she whispered. No reply. She tried again softly. Can we talk? Amina appeared at the doorway, surprised but smiling. Of course, Janet, come in. Janet sat on her bed, hugging her knees, feeling small and exposed. I have a secret, she said, voice barely audible. Something I've carried for years. Something I can't control when I sleep. Amina nodded, gently. Whatever it is, I won't judge. You can tell me. Janet's tears fell silently. I wet the bed. I've been doing it since I was a kid, and I don't know why it still happens. I thought I'd be past this by now. How could someone like me believe in love when I can't even sleep normally? Amina sat beside her, giving her space but not leaving her alone. Janet, it doesn't make you any less you. It doesn't make you unworthy of love. Janet wiped her tears. I feel like a child again. Every morning I wake up and it's always the same. I hide it, I clean it, and every day I feel smaller. Amina took her hand. You've been carrying this alone for too long. That's the hard part. Not what happens at night, but what you felt about yourself all day. Janet nodded, thinking of a story her grandmother once told her. There was a girl who carried a heavy stone everywhere she went. She hated it and wished it would disappear. One day, she showed it to someone she trusted. The stone didn't disappear, but it felt lighter because someone else had seen it too. Janet whispered, So, if I share my stone, maybe it won't feel so heavy? Amina smiled softly. Exactly. Secrets lose power when shared. Janet thought of the upcoming weekend plans her co-workers had made. She had been afraid to say no before, but now a small courage began to grow. Maybe I don't have to pretend forever. She looked at Amina. I want to try. I want to face this, even if it's just a little. Amina squeezed her hand. One step at a time. You're not alone anymore. That night, Janet lay on her bed. She felt the familiar fear in her chest as sleep approached, but this time it was smaller. She closed her eyes. The dream came, the calm bathroom, the flowing water, the relief. Morning came. She woke wet. And yet, she did not feel the crushing shame she always had. She got up, changed the sheets, and for the first time in years whispered, "I am not alone. I can survive this, one day at a time." The girl who carried a heavy stone learned that showing it to someone she trusted didn't make it disappear, but it made her heart lighter. If you were Janet, would you tell someone you trust?
Janet sat quietly on her bed, staring at the wall. "If I don't tell anyone," she said softly, "who will help me? What if the people I'm hiding from are the ones who could help me? What if the solution to my problem is closer than I think?" The weekend plans echoed in her mind: togetherness, sharing space, staying over. Fear wrapped around her heart, but something else was there too. "I can't keep avoiding life," she whispered. "I'll try." She got dressed carefully, took a deep breath, and followed them. The weekend was louder than she expected. Music, smiles, laughter. She relaxed without realizing it. She talked, she laughed, she forgot her worries for a moment. Sleep came unexpectedly. She opened her eyes slowly. "This isn't my bed." Her heart sank. She understood immediately. Shame rose in her chest like a wave. People noticed. Some turned away quietly. Some looked uncomfortable. Some whispered. Janet felt exposed, small, alone. "Why did I come?" she asked herself. "Why did I think I could do this?" Her eyes filled with tears. Then someone spoke gently. "Please stop." A woman stepped closer, her voice calm. "Be kind," she said. "This could happen to anyone." She looked at Janet with understanding. "This happened to me too," the woman said softly. "Years ago. And I found a way through it." Janet looked up surprised. "You did?" she asked quietly. "Yes," the woman replied. "And there is a reason. This isn't random, and you're not alone." Hope stirred in Janet's chest for the first time that night. Later, alone again, Janet sat quietly thinking. Maybe telling the truth hurts, but hiding almost broke me. Maybe this moment isn't the end. Maybe it's the start. She remembered a simple parable. A woman hid her pain because she feared being seen. When she finally shared it, she learned that pain grows in silence but weakens in the light. Janet wiped her tears. What if speaking is the first step? What if help begins with honesty? What if this is how healing starts? For the first time, she didn't wish she could disappear. Pain grows in silence, but understanding begins with truth. What if honesty opens the door to healing? Watch out for episode 4. Please follow this page, like, share, comment. Thank you.